Hi, this is Adam from everydayadam.ca. I'm just about to leave and pack up the car. I'm going on a trip today with my friend Anna. We're going to drive down to Brockville, go upriver along the Islands Parkway on our bikes, a trip of about 90 kilometers to Kingston. And in Kingston we're going to stay a night, and then the next day on Sunday we're going to bike back. It looks like it's going to be some great weather, but on Sunday it looks like we will be getting some rain, so we are packed a little bit heavily and prepared for some warmer weather. See you later. Well, we're all loaded up and ready to go. Just finished putting Anna's Giant on the back of the Subaru. Here we are. Everything looks pretty well buttoned down. We made it to Brockville, but it's a lot colder than we expected. It's about 12 degrees out right now, and by the water it's pretty cool actually. But we're all set to go. Oh, nice bike.
Nice tender.
Well, the riding so far has been really quite good actually. We've had very clear conditions and we've done about 35 kilometers now. Actually, it's been a really nice trail. We've had the St. Lawrence River on our left almost the entire time. There are a ton of small islands with little houses, and we're averaging about 20 kilometers an hour. Very, very nice trail. About 70 kilometers in now. Ever since we left Gananoque at about 45 kilometers from Brockville, we've been on the side of a highway. We haven't been on a bike path since. Thankfully, the shoulder has actually been quite nice to ride on. It's smooth, it's wide, there's not a lot of traffic here. But scenery wise, we've moved away from the water, so we're not getting the river view anymore. But thankfully, it's been a beautiful day, so the riding's been nice, fast, and pretty uneventful. I don't know if you'll be able to see on the camera, but there's like a ton of bugs out here. It's really pretty though. We're along King Street on the water. Super nice out here. Super nice, eh? So we made it to Kingston. It took us about 6.5 hours from Brockville, but that's with quite a few stops along the way. I think total biking time was about 4 hours, which is actually pretty good. It was a little under 90 kilometers, I think. We made it back to our Airbnb in Kingston, which, to be honest, was really horrible. I think that the 23 people beforehand that had reviewed it were on drugs or drunk or something. It's a really terrible place. So anyways, now we've dropped off our bags and taken a little cruise through Kingston. It's a nice little town, actually. So we made it through the night at our Airbnb. It was actually, it was probably the worst experience I've had with Airbnb. The guys that were at the house didn't even know we were coming, and the owner set the whole thing up remotely from Toronto, so he didn't inform anybody. Some guys tried to get into our room at like 3 in the morning because they thought it was empty and they thought they could crash there. There was no heat, there's no blankets. It was pretty miserable actually, but here we are at Tim Hortons. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. We're ready to set off back to Brockville. I think we're going to take the same route. And oh yeah, we got sunburned like crazy yesterday, since it was really the first sun that we had seen all year. So here we go. Well, we just got out of Kingston. It's really overcast today, which is kind of good. I don't think we're going to get any rain. At the minimum, it keeps us out of the sun. We both got sunburned pretty badly, actually. We'll probably stop at Gananoque again for lunch. And it looks like we're against the wind today, so that should be fun. Well, we just made it to Gananoque. It's been a bit of a slow day. We're kind of affected from not getting a good sleep at Airbnb. It's a pretty miserable experience, actually. The biking's been good today, though. It's been overcast. We've been moving a bit slowly, but it's been nice. The rain seems to have stayed away for now. I don't think we're actually going to get any rain until later tonight, so I think we'll miss it completely. I'm just at the marina now. We'll grab a bite to eat, and as soon as we get out of Gananoque, we'll hit the bike paths again, which will make for some nicer riding as well. Brockville! Brockville. Total 88 kilometers back from 190 for the whole trip.
191.
So 191 kilometers from Brockville to Kingston, tour around, and then come back to Brockville. Yeah, very exciting. Very nice, and we didn't get any rain, really. It's pretty cool. We returned from our bike ride, Brockville to Kingston, back to Brockville yesterday. All in all, it was a really great trip. This was Anna's longest bike trip to date, so our pace was a little bit slower than what I normally would have done on my own. But it was a good trip. There are about 40 kilometers worth of actual bike paths between Brockville and Kingston. They're all pretty easy difficulty as well. There's not a lot of big hills. It's mostly flat. And actually the elevation from Brockville to Kingston is, there's a difference of about 40 meters, so it's not really uphill or downhill either way. The weather cooperated with us really well, and we only got a tiny little bit of rain, which was very fortunate. And aside from getting really bad sunburn, the both of us, it was really quite ideal conditions. Our Airbnb was terrible, as I mentioned before. I've written to Airbnb and the owner to try to get that rectified, and hopefully they adjust the description to more accurately reflect the quality of the stay. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope to get some more videos and pictures together for some more adventures later on this summer. The season has just begun. Thanks again. Bye.